Dear friends, let's go back again. As I told you, that the coming election is so crucial for us Filipinos because the other camp, the majority party of this country, political party, already promised that once the 16th Congress will be open, sometime like July 2013, they will refile divorce bill, they will refile gay union or the so-called anti-discrimination bill. Third, they will file abortion bill. And there is something even more. The bill that will penalizes anybody who still conducts religious activities or events inside public houses or public buildings like City Hall, Municipal Hall, Congress, Senate, meaning they want to remove images, they want to remove religious events, activities like Holy Mass, etc. All these things will come back in the 16th Congress. And that will happen as early as July 2013. May, June, July, 3 months to go. That's why, do you want divorce to be legalized in the Philippines? Do you want abortion to be legalized in this country? Do you want gay marriages will be copied like what is happening in Canada, in Europe, be here also legalized in the Philippines? Come on, my dear friends. Wake up. Lenten season has just been finished. I assume and we presume we are energized Christians. Stand up for Jesus. Stand up for the truth. Now, in the Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 2357, it says here, homosexual acts are intrinsically disordered. Thus, under no circumstances can they be approved. In short, no way. This is referring for homosexual acts. Homosexual tendencies, homosexual desires, homosexual thoughts are totally different. If you see somebody there who walks effeminate, he speaks effeminate, do not judge. Because it's very clear, as Jesus said, love the sinner, not the sin. Okay? So again, the Catechism of the Catholic Church, number 2357, clearly refers to the homosexual acts. Then, under 2358, it says, homosexuals must be accepted with respect, compassion, and sensitivity. Again, we should never be judgmental. We should never be judgmental if you see a person who publicly, personally manifests or tells you that he's one. And it says, every sign of unjust discrimination in this regard should be avoided. You see? It be avoided, meaning within the church, there is love and compassion. Just like what happened to Jesus and that adulterous woman. Jesus never condemns that woman. Publicly, all the people said, we want to kill this woman because she was caught in the act, committing adultery. We will stone her to death. But Jesus said, oh, come on. Who among you will be the first to cast a stone if any one of you commits no sin? The same thing applies to homosexual acts or homosexuality. Now, homosexuals are also called to fulfill God's will in their lives, and if it happens, they are Christians, especially Catholics, to unite to the sacrifice of the Lord's cross, the difficulties they may encounter from their condition. You see? This is the clear message and reminder basing on the Catechism of the Catholic Church. This These two should be our guide. No to homosexual acts. Second, no discrimination. No person should be judgmental to anybody, especially just for this. However, my dear friends, if you go to Middle East like Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, oh my goodness, it's totally different. If you will be caught doing homosexual acts publicly, even in private, as long as they will quote you, the authorities in Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan will quote you, you will be hung, you will be stoned to death, or you will be killed. That's how they practice and put into practice the Islamic law on homosexual acts. But for us Christians, totally different. No? We have to be compassionate. Compassionate. This is the key word here. But again, while we say we have to be compassionate, non-judgmental, what is needed is we should not tolerate evil. Now, going back to America, we're now in the crossroads whether to legalize homosexual marriages or not. The entire 50 states, Alaska down to Florida, or from New York down to New Mexico, crisscrossing the 50 states in America, including Guam. Try to look at geography of America. First, in terms of religion, right now there are over 330 million Americans today. Of the over 330 million Americans, only 30%, only 30% are Catholics. While 70%, they belong to different religion, predominantly Protestants. We have here the Baptists, the Mormons, Pentecostals, Episcopalians, and so on and so forth. 30% Catholics. So we like to think that 30% lang ang Katoliko. Even if the Catholic Church will be that strong, even if all the bishops and the clergy will campaign, it's quite hard. Imagine only 30% versus 70%. However, there's quite high percentage, like over 40% of those churches there, Protestant churches, are also strong in their stand against the so-called gay marriages. But in the latest survey in America today, over 40% said they don't believe in God. They don't believe in the existence of God. Free thinkers or atheists. So this makes things very, very hard for America. Now, in the Philippines, it's completely reversed. 78% of the Filipinos, numbering 92 million, are Catholics. 5.6% are Muslims. Something like 2.6% are Iglesia ni Cristo. Something like 11% combined together, different denominations of different Protestant churches. The born again there, the Baptist there, Sabadista, and so on and so forth. But majority, 78% are Catholics. So that's why, my friends, very big difference if you compare America and here in our own land, Philippines. That's why, based on the survey, 82% of politicians running for public office, President, Senate, Congress, local LGU, gubernatorial, mayoralty, etc., are Catholics, 84%. So, we have to make it a point that all our Catholic political leaders should know, in the first place, what is the official teaching of their church. There should be no politician which is ignorant of his own church. If you are a president of this country, you must know what your church teaches against abortion, against divorce, gay marriages, including euthanasia, contraception, etc. If you're running for Senate and you're a Catholic, you're running for Congress and you're a Catholic, you're running for governor, you're running for mayor and you're Catholic, you profess publicly that you are Catholico, you must know by heart what your church teaches. Please, do not spread your ignorance to the public, especially when you are already in public office. You're ashamed to the church. You're ashamed to God. Don't show your ignorance. Because a lot of politicians will say, well, I am a Catholic, but I'm sorry, I am supporting R.H. Bill. Well, I am a Catholic, but I'm sorry, I am supporting gay marriages. Well, I am a Catholic, but I'm sorry, I have to support divorce in fairness of those battered women, battered wives, and so on and so forth. You cannot justify it that way. First, you have to go on and reflect and refer to the official teaching of the church. After the church, we have to refer to where? Church. Next, Constitution. The Constitution of the Philippines, the 1987 Cory Constitution. They complement with each other. Now, let's now discuss 10 things why we say that it is not good for a man to get married with another woman or a woman getting married with another woman. Let's discuss these 10 things one by one. I am addressing it to all Filipinos, irregardless whether you are a Catholic Christian, you are a brother Muslim. I think we share the same sentiments. But the very reason why I am discussing it to you is for us to get hold of facts, of the truth, of the consequences which we must know. Again, I will discuss it to you, the 10 things we must know why we have to live and defend through marriage, traditional marriage, which is between man and woman. We'll go back, my dear friends, after this short break.